Sports is brought to you by the KMCH Sports Boosters. Now, with all the play-by-play action, along with Bill Logan, here's Sports Director John Swisher.
And welcome in to Farley Park. Jamie Vatsky, Bill Logan back with you as we are set for game number 2 between West Delaware and Western Dubuque. A thriller in game 1 in which West Delaware hung on to win 5-4 after Western Dubuque threatened in the bottom of the 7th inning as they put up, in that bottom of the 7th inning, scored 2 runs. They were down 5-2, scored 2, and held on. The Hawks hung on to win as Caitlin Mangle hits a shot to the left side. She's going to beat that out. An infield single to lead off the game for Caitlin Mangle, but West Delaware wins that game 5-4 in a thrilling game, Bill. Exciting game right there all the way up till the end of the game, but the Hawks able to hold on and win the opening game here of this doubleheader.
Yeah, they did. They got a nice jump right off the bat, got ahead 3-0, and got a 4-1 lead, and then just kind of did what they needed to do to hang on.
As Heidi Yankovic lays down a bunt, she's going to beat that as the third baseman, Peyton Kerprick, came up to field that one and fell down on the play, but keeps it in her glove as Yankovic will reach now. There's runners on first and second after back-to-back hits to lead off the game for the Hawks, and that's going to bring up Malia Georgian. As Malia Georgian stands in here for the first time in game 2. She was 3 for 4 with 2 RBIs in game number 1 as she takes this first pitch, hits it down the right field side, and that gets out of play. And the count is 0-1. West Delaware enters this game 2 after that win with a 20-9 record. Western Dubuque falls to 16-9 on the season after that game 1 loss. So Walmack East opponents going at it here between West Delaware and Western Dubuque as Georgian stands back in and awaits the 0-1. Hits this one foul out of play straight back. And John Swisher with the air. John Swisher with the air behind home plate trying to field that ball. As he says he almost had it, but he almost did. Came up empty. 0-2 the count on Georgian now. E-Swish. E-Swish is correct as the 0-2 is taken high for a ball. 1-2 the count on Malia Georgian as the pitcher for Western Dubuque here in this game is Reagan Massey, She's a junior for Western Dubuque as the 1-2 to Malia Georgian is high for ball 2.
And Reagan Massey on the year, she is her 9th start of the year, 7-2 record coming in, 44 2/3 innings, allowed 41 hits, 27 runs, 22 earned. 3.45 earned run average.
The 2-2 is an off-speed pitch. Runners going on the play, and they're going to throw Mangold out at third. As Mangold is thrown out on the 2-5, caught stealing, as it was a off-speed pitch that was way out of the zone, but a nice play there by Michaela Jones to throw Mangold out at third base. So she's caught stealing there. As Yankovic moves up to second on the play. And Georgian stands back in and awaits the 3-2 count from Reagan Massey. That's swung on, hit right side. That's going to get down. As coming on the field, this one is Jade Busler. And the throw home, and Yankovic is safe. Does not fly. Now Georgian trying to go to second. She's going to be thrown out on the 2-6 there. So an RB, give Georgian an RBI single. And then she's thrown out for the second out of the inning. So the Hawks take a 1-0 lead here in the top of the first inning, and Macy Kleitz stands in here.
Yeah, a little vice base run in this, and got runner thrown out third, runner thrown out second. Could be a big inning going here. Could have at least 1 run in and a couple runners on and nobody out yet. But Western Dubuque doing a nice job of getting themselves out of a potentially bad big inning.
So Macy Kleitz, first pitch to her is taken for a ball. 1-0 the count. As she hits this one right side, coming up and making the play is Allie Besler, and she throws Kleitz out at first, a 4-3 put out for out number 3. But the Hawks score 1. We'll take a break and come back for the bottom half of this first inning. You're listening to West Delaware Western Dubuque softball from KMCH Sports.
Leonard Muller Funeral Home and Crematory wishes all the best to the athletes and appreciates their hard work and scholastic efforts throughout the year. For personal, caring service, Leonard Muller Funeral Home and Crematory in Manchester, Edgewood, and Strawberry Point.
For more than 80 years, GMB has lived its mission to help customers achieve their financial dreams. Supporting the communities where you live, work, and play is important to us because that's where we live too. It's where we provide great service, sound advice, and solutions to meet your financial needs. GMB Bank, member FDIC.
For all your general contracting needs, turn to the professionals at Lucky Building Service in Manchester. For commercial, remodeling, and building and new home construction, call the experts, Lucky Building Service in Manchester, 563-927-5677.
At Dubuque Community Credit Union, we know debt happens. A debt checkup from Dubuque ensures it's not costing you more than it should. With historic low interest rates, now is the time to bring your loans to Dubuque. Contact us at 563-927-6187 or visit dubuque.com.
Well, and in studio producer Darby Washington, Jamie Vasky, Bill Logan back with you from Farley. As Western Dubuque coming up here in the bottom of the first inning, as West Delaware with one run in the top of the first. The Bobcats take their chance here as Ella Link will stand in here. She was 3 for 4 in game one. Stands in here in the first pitch she sees. She's going to foul out of play, so 0-1 the count. Defensively for the Hawks, Vasky, Mangold, Martin, left to right in the outfield. Lindauer, Demmer, Yankovic, and Demmer around the infield as Ella Lake hits this ball into center field. It gets down. Mangold's going to have to hustle to it, and the tag is not in time as Link legs out a double there off of a rope to center field. And Western Dubuque has a leadoff double here. Malia Georgian, the catcher for the Hawks here in game number 2, and Macy Kleitch in the circle for the Hawks again. She was a game 1 winning pitcher. As she stands in here with a runner on second in Ella Lake, and Hannah Horsfield comes up to bat as she bunts this one out in front of the plate. Georgian does not make the throw as the speedy Hannah Horsfield beats that one out. So runners on first and third now for the Bobcats, and Jade Besler stands in.
Yeah, how the Bobcats are doing to the Hawks here, what the Hawks did to the Bobcats in the top of that first inning. And got a couple leadoff batters right off the bat, putting the pressure on the defense. Fortunately for the Bobcats, they threw out a couple runners running base here, so we'll see what the Hawks can do in return.
As snap throw to third, as Georgian trying to pick off Ella Link down there at third base. But Link is back safely as Jade Besler, the right fielder, a senior, for the Bobcats, as this one's taken for a called strike on the play. Horsfield will take second base. No throw down by Georgian, so now runners on second and third here. Nobody out for Western Dubuque. Peyton Kirkwood, the junior, waits on deck. She's playing third base. Reagan Massey in the hole, and then it's Lindsey Wilgenbush, Michaela Jones, Kelly Denlinger, Amy Kane round out the order for the Bobcats. As Besler stands back in, hits this one in the air. That's going to get down in left field for a base hit, an RBI single for Jade Besler, and the Bobcats have tied this game. It's 1-1. Hannah Horsfield moves up to third base, on that RBI single by Jade Besler, and this game is tied 1-1.
Yeah, that's just a nice piece of hitting there. Good pitch on the inner portion of the plate there by Kleitch, but she just did a nice job of just a little soft looper over the third baseman's head, just barely into the outfield. Third base hit in a row here for Western Dubuque. They scored 4 runs on 9 hits in game 1, so they still got some hitting shoes on here.
As Danny Wolf, the pinch runner, out at first base for Jade Besler. As there's runners on first and third, and standing in is Peyton Kirkwood, the junior third baseman for Western Dubuque. As the first pitch to her is taken for a called strike, 0-1 the count. Dan Nauman, the home plate umpire for this game, too. Dan Murray out umpiring the bases here for game 2. 0-1 the count on Kirkwood as Kleitch comes set. Swung on, fouled back. And the count is 0-2 on Peyton Kirkwood.
Nice that Kleitch could put her in the book by herself here. That first game, Western Dubuque, they scored 4 runs on 9 hits, 3 Hawk errors. They left 8 on base, but Macy struck out 5 and walked 2.
The 0-2 is taken for a ball. 1 and 2 the count now on Kirkbrick, as Kirkbrick in game number 1 was 1 for 3. Now has a 1-2 count. Swung on, hit third base side, tagging the runner is Lindauer is off to first for number 1. Another runner and a run down, and they're going to get a triple play. Peyton Lindauer tags the runner Horsfield at third. They throw over on the 5-3 to get the batter Kirkbrick, and they had the pinch runner Danny Wolf in a rundown, and Taya Demmer tags her for a 5-3 U. 5U. Triple play for the Hawks, and they get out of the inning. No run scored. We go to the second. It's tied 1-1. You're listening to West Delaware, Western Dubuque softball from KMCH Sports.
When the unexpected happens, call Krager Body Shop in Dyersville. They specialize in major and minor collision repair and frame straightening. For all of your auto body work, see Krager Body Shop in Dyersville.
The Manchester Press is your community newspaper. Check out the sports section for game stats and photos of area players and game highlights. The Manchester Press, serving the area for over 130 years.
Great food and great fun with friends. That's what's waiting for you at Beaver's Lounge in Manchester. Check out their Thursday night bucket of wings special and Friday night fish special. Beaver's also has a different lunch special every Monday through Friday. Beaver's Lounge on the corner of Main and Madison in downtown Manchester. Leave it to Beaver's to show you a good time.
Back in to Farley. After a wild triple play, the score is tied 1-1 here between West Delaware and Western Dubuque. Kyra Vasky stands in here for the Hawks. As the first pitch to Vasky is taken outside for a ball. 1-0 the count. Vasky 2 for 4 in game 1. The Hawks 5-4 victory over the Bobcats. As the 1-0 to Vasky swung on, hit right back at the pitcher, Massey. She throws on the first. A nice play by the pitcher there for out. Number 1, Bill, you and I were talking in the break. Not sure we've ever seen that in high school softball.
No, I'm not sure you'd even see it in kids' league softball because it was just a real bang-bang play. And the runner third, they just got caught in a bad spot. You know, the ball was right there. All she did was catch it and tag her all in one motion. Alertly, turned around and threw it to first base to get the runner first. And I'm not sure what the courtesy runner was doing because she was coming back towards first. And Deborah just went over and tagged her and got the unassisted put out for the third out.
Peyton Lindauer stands in here, a 2-1 count on her. As Lindauer, in for the first time in this game, she was 1 for 4 in game 1, had a double to lead off the second inning and scored in game number 1 as the 2-1 is swung on and missed. Strike 2, 2-2 the count on Lindauer. And this one's in the dirt, ball 3, so the count is full now. Excuse me, a 2-2 count on Lindauer.
They have 3 up there. Is that where you got the 3? Yeah, it was. That was, they had it on the scoreboard.
Count 2-2 to Lindauer. That's taken high for ball 3, so the count is full now on Lindauer with 1 away here at the top of the second inning. Hawks and Bobcats tied at 1. The full count pitch to Lindauer. Popped in the air. Catcher Jones, Michaela Jones, gets out of her crouch and goes and makes the catch for out number 2, and Claire Demmer stands in.
Yeah, each team, fireworks in that first inning. Each team, first 3 batters, base hits, and then after that, pretty quiet.
As Claire Demmer, 2 for 4 in game 1 with 2 RBIs, stands in here with 2 away. The first pitch is taken for a called strike. Defensively for the Bobcats out in the outfield, Kelly Denlinger, Hannah Horsfield, and Jake Besler left to right. Peyton Kirkbrick, Amy Kane, Allie Besler, and Lindsay Wogenbush around the infield. Behind the plate is Michaela Jones and Reagan Massey in the circle for the Bobcats as Demmer swings and misses at this one. The count is 0-2 on Claire Demmer. This one's taken high for ball 1, so 1-2 the count on Claire Demmer as Taya Demmer waits on deck. Massey comes set for the 1-2. Swung on, fouled straight back. And the count will hold at 1-2. as Claire Demmer, shortstop for the Hawks here, sophomore shortstop. Watches this one, too, in the dirt, ball 2. So the count is even now, 2-2. 2 away here in the top of inning number 2. As Massey comes set, and the pitch is in the low for ball 3. And the count is full here with 2 away. Guy brings us candy, and then he eats it himself.
Well, look at him.
The full count,
It looks to me like he could use a Snickers.
swung on and missed, strike 3 for the third out of the inning. As the Hawks do not score in the top of the second, we go to the bottom half. It's tied 1-1. You're listening to high school softball from KMCH Sports.
Newhouse Construction and Concrete is proud to support all our area athletes. Give Phil a call at 927-5178 for your commercial, ag, or residential projects, or visit newhouseconstruction.com. Newhouse Construction and Concrete turns design into reality.
In sports as well as banking, numbers mean everything. Athletes strive for excellence during competition. F&M strives to exceed clients' expectations. Whereas athletes and teams focus on the score, F&M focuses on the success of our valued clients, one relationship at a time. F&M Bank, the right choice. Member FDIC.
At Georgian Auto in Manchester, their approach to auto repairs is simple. Fix it right and get you back on the road. From tires to transmissions, they fix it all. Georgian Auto in Manchester, where complete automotive service and repair is their complete focus.
You may not wear glasses or contacts, but how do you know if you're seeing your best or if your eyes are healthy? Why not be proactive and get your eyes examined? Dr. Daniel E. Mersch and his professional staff at Manchester Family Vision can help. Call 563-927-3682 to schedule an appointment. Manchester Family Vision Center wishes all the local sports teams best of luck this season. Manchester Family Vision Center on West Main, where clear vision begins with healthy eyes.
Back into Farley Park. Jamie Vasky, Bill Logan back with you as the Hawks and Bobcats here in this game 2 of a Womack East doubleheader. West Delaware taking game 1, 5-4. We're here in the bottom of the second inning, tied 1-1. As both teams with 1 run in the first inning. Lindsey Wilgenbush stands in here for, this is Reagan Massey stands in here for the Bobcats to lead off this second inning as Macy Kleitz delivers the 1-0, swung on, fouled, out of play. 1-1 the count.
Pairings out earlier today. Softball pairings, 3A Region 4. Kind of inevitable. West Delaware and Beckman got put into the same bracket, which, when you look at the geography of the teams that were in there, it was probably inevitable that they did that. Beckman got the 1 seed, Hawks got the 2 seed. West Delaware will host Osage Wednesday, July 5th, and then Friday, July 7th. If they win, they play in Manchester again against the winner of Crestwood and North Fayette Valley. That game being played in Cresco. So Hawks potentially could have the first 2 home games. And then the regional final is the highest remaining seed.
The 2-2 is hit out to Demmer at short. Nice play by Claire, throwing Massey out at first. That's one of them plays, Bill. It was a tough hop. Claire Demmer played it perfectly, made a strong throw to first for out number 1. 1 away here. And, Bill, you also had to make mention of the other ranked teams in the Womack East. Mount Vernon, they got put that with CPU. They're in the Womack West Division in Region 5. And then, of course, Solon kind of sitting alone as the other ranked team out of the Womack East that got put in a region where they're kind of by themselves, avoided Davenport Assumption, another good Class 3A team.
Yeah, they didn't have a lot of good 3A teams in all the small areas, so they didn't have a lot of choices probably. And you knew somebody was going to have to beat somebody in order to get to Fort Dodge. And Hawk fans and Beckman fans, I'm sure, are going to like to, hopefully maybe, if everything plays out like it should on paper or like they're anticipating it does on paper based on records. You know, it could be the Hawks and Beckman with a state championship berth on the line. So some exciting times coming up here in a couple weeks.
Lindsey Wilgenbush fouls 1 away, but she's going to go down swinging on strikes for out number 2 as Michaela Jones stands in here now. As Jones, in game number 1, Michaela Jones was 0 for 2. 2 walks and 2 strikeouts in that game 1 loss for the Bobcats. She stands in here. The first pitch from Kleitz is taken high for ball 1. 1-0 the count. And another thing they'll like, Bill, is Blazer fans and Hawk fans, they won't have to travel far if they get to play in that play for a chance at the state tournament. As, like you said, West Delaware and Beckman will both host the first two, and if they keep winning, it'll be in Dyersville for that regional final. As the 1-0 to Jones is fouled out of play. 1-1 the count here on Michaela Jones, the junior catcher for the Bobcats. As this one swung on and missed for strike 2, 1-2 the count on Michaela Jones.
And those 5 losses that the Hawks had last week against some tough competition went a long way for that seeding process.
This one's ripped out into right center field all the way to the wall. Mangold is going to throw it in, and that's going to be a 2-out double off the bat of Michaela Jones, and we'll see. She will probably get a courtesy runner here as in game 1, I believe it was number 20.
Yeah,
Jenna Hayfler.
That's who's coming out here again.
So number 20 will be the courtesy runner. That's Jenna Hayfler.
And the nice part about that was a very good, hard 2-out double to right center field all the way to the fence. But fortunately for the Hawks, it was 2 outs. So now if they can just take care of the number 8 hitter, Kelly Demlinger. Demlinger was 1 for 2. She had an RBI double back in the 6th inning. It brought the game within 4-2.
As the Hawks, you mentioned with those losses last week, split with Beckman as this one's hit back out to the second right side. Yokovic has to hurry, but she gets her girl on the 4-3 put out for out number 3. So the Bobcats do not score. We go to the 3rd inning. We're tied 1-1. You're listening to West Delaware and Western Dubuque softball from KMCH Sports.
Why make 10 calls when you can make 1 call to Mormon Insurance, a member of People's Insurance in Manchester, and get the best quote from 10 different companies on your auto, home, and farm insurance? You can depend on Mormon Insurance for fast, friendly service and quality coverage. Call Kathy or Rachel today at 927-2263. Mormon Insurance, a member of People's Insurance in Manchester.
Since 1995, Edgewood Feed Mill Construction has provided customers with a quality, pre-engineered building package for their swine facility needs. Edgewood Feed Mill Construction is a general contractor and will assist you with the construction of your livestock facility, start to finish. For more information on Edgewood Feed Mill Construction, contact Steve Harris at 563-920-7835.
This is Fred Smock from Dunlap Motors and Independence with Chevy, Buick, and certified pre-owned Chevy, Buick, and GMC, and nearly 300 new and used cars and trucks in stock. We have big town inventory with small town service. Go to DunlapMotorsIndy.com.
At Precision Collision, we are committed to providing you with high-quality auto body repair and paint refinishing. Our expertly trained technicians can repair all accidental damage and get you back on the road in no time. Come visit me, Jeff, for a free estimate. We are located along Highway 20 at the Delaware turnoff. Precision Collision, 1 call does it all, quality guaranteed.
Back into Farley as Taya Demmer will lead off for the Hawks here in the top of inning number 3. As Demmer, first time up here in this game. She was, as the 1-0 swung on and missed, strike 1. The count is even 1-1. 0 for 4 in game 1 was Taya Demmer. And she awaits a 1-1 from Reagan Massey. This one's hit to the right side, pops up. Lindsey Wogenbush makes the catch for out number 1, and Allie Martin will stand in. We mentioned the Hawks last week lost all their games were a very good competition as, of course, they split with Beckman on Monday night, lost a doubleheader against Center Point Urbana on Wednesday night, went 2-0 to start the Hawks Softball Invitational with wins over Dubuque Waller and North Lynn before losing 2 very tough games. The first one to Class 5A Linn-Mar, 5-4 in 8 innings in the first game on Saturday, and losing to Lansing Key in the last game. Martin hits this one right side. She's going to be safe, as not in time was the throw from Allie Bevler. So Martin with an infield single. Martin with an infield single, and there's one away. Runner on first, and Caitlin Mangold stands in here. 1 for 1 in this game. as she was caught stealing after a single. She was caught stealing at third base. Is this one in the dirt, but does not get away. Nice scoop there by Michaela Jones. As back to first is Allie Martin, as Mangold will stand in and await the 1-0 from Massey. As this one's a foul ball, she could not get her bat away, as that one was high in the zone. Mangold tried to get the bat down, but right off the bat, and it's a foul ball, and the count is even 1-1.
I don't think if she pulled it down. I don't know. She's kind of stretching out her left shoulder like she pulled it a little bit or something.
The 1-1 is taken low for ball 2, so the count is 2-1.
Stretching that out
on Caitlin Mangold. As she digs back into the left-handed batter's box and awaits the 2-1. This one's hit to the left side, picked up there by Kerprick as she throws on to the second baseman, Besler, covering. And that's going to be a 5-4 sacrifice for Mangold for out number 2. And Heidi Yankovic will stand in here. She had a single her first time up and scored the Hawks' only run of this game, and she stands in with a runner at second and 2 away. The first pitch is taken for a called strike 1, 0-1 the count.
Got a baseball dispel in there. Right fielder's picking it up.
Foul ball from the baseball field is now out of play once again, as head coach Rachel Neal gets it back out of play. And Yankovic stands back in with an 0-1 count. She hits this one fouled straight back to the screen, and the count is 0-2. Coach Tiffany Raven, her third season here at West Delaware, 7th overall. Down there in the third base coach's box for the Hawks. The 0-2 to Yankovic is swung on, hit in the air left side. That ball is going to be caught by the shortstop, Amy Kane, for out number 3. So the Hawks strand a runner at second base. They do not score. We go to the bottom of the third. It's tied 1-1 between West Delaware and Western Dubuque. And we're back after this from KMCH Sports.
When it comes to financial planning, most financial companies focus on your income. At Northwestern Mutual, we focus on your outcome. It takes the right financial partner who cares as much about your future as you do, building a financial plan to meet your life's priorities and helping you achieve the financial security you're after. Focus on your financial outcome with Northwestern Mutual. Contact me, Mitch Payton, or Matt Schulte today. You and Northwestern Mutual, stronger together.
American Trust and Savings Bank wishes all area athletes and coaching staff continued success. American Trust and Savings Bank, with locations in Dyersville, Farley, Dubuque, and Des Moines. Simply better banking. Check them out at AmericanTrust.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Sight and good vision is very easy to take for granted until it is taken away. Advanced Eye Care Associates of Eastern Iowa is here to help you. Advanced Eye Care Associates of Eastern Iowa is located at 105 East Butler Street in Manchester and at 1113 West 3rd Street in Vinton. Your vision is our primary focus.
Back into Farley Park, along with in-studio producer Darby Washington. Jamie Baskey, Bill Logan back along with you as we go to the top of the third inning. 9-1-2, bottom of the third inning, 9-1-2 due up for the Bobcats as we're tied here 1-1 between West Delaware and Western Dubuque in game 2 of this doubleheader. Last check from the baseball diamond as this one's fouled out of play by Amy Kane. Western Dubuque was leading West Delaware 3-1 in the bottom of the second inning. It is still 3-1 in the top of the third. So Western Dubuque still leading 3-1, top of inning number 3. As this one's hit on the ground, right side, Yankovic bobbles it a little bit, but still has enough time to get Amy Kane at first for out number 1. Great job there by Yankovic to stay with that one and get her girl at first.
Yeah, each team, this is such a carbon copy so far. Each team scored a run. Each team's first 3 hitters all scored all base hits. Since then, each pitcher settled down and played some pretty good defense behind them and settled in to be a pretty good game. The Hawks got ahead right off the bat in that first game. And West Dubuque did a good job coming back and had the tying run on base in the bottom of the 7th inning before the Hawks finally retired them.
And you mentioned the carbon copies of each other. Game 1, Western Dubuque, 4 runs on 9 hits, 3 West Delaware errors. West Delaware, 5 runs on 12 hits and 4 Bobcat errors. So these teams have been very, very close in numbers through an inning and
or a game and 2 and 3rd innings. And Western Dubuque, they started the season off 2-5 and then ripped off an 11-game winning streak. So very capable of doing what it takes, especially this time of year. Every coach right now is really trying to fine-tune, play some sharp defense, come up with some timely hitting. Get your pitchers to hit their spots and then really be able to control their pitching. And every coach is working on it right now because we're getting really close to the tournament time. And everybody wants to be on their best game.
Ella Link up for the Bobcats. She's 1 for 1 in this game. The count is 3-2 on her. This one's taken for ball 4. So Ella Link is aboard for the second time in this game, as she doubled and scored the Bobcats run her first time up. And I believe we're going to get a courtesy runner. This is going to be number 6, Allie Besler, as she is the flex player, is going to run for the designated player, Ella Link. So runner at first is Besler, who's playing second base in this game, as Hannah Horsfield stands in here. She singled her first time up, and the first pitch to her is taken for a called strike 1, 0-1 the count. She was out on that 5U by Lindauer that started that West Delaware triple play to end the first inning. And the 0-1 to her is taken for a called strike 2. So Horsfield down 0-2 in this at-bat, as she was 1 for 4 with an RBI in game 1. This one's outside, ball 1, as in the lefty Horsfield here has a 1-2 count on her in a tie ball game 1-1. Swung on a miss, strike 3, and that is the second out of the inning as Horsfield is down on strikes, and that's going to bring up Jade Besler, the right fielder for Western Dubuque, as she is 1 for 1 in this game.
They had to re-enter her.
Yep.
So Coach Neal just came running in quick to re-enter her. She had gotten a base hit in the first inning and had a pinch runner come in and run for her. Besler was 1 for 3, smoked a double out to the right center field fence. In the bottom of the 7th inning, came around and scored the 4th run of the game. And the Hawks held on to win 5-4 in game 1.
Besler was 6 home runs on the season so far, second on the team behind Ella Link, who has 7. And you mentioned Ella Link, just a freshman for the Bobcats, as the first pitch to Besler is taken for a ball, 1-0 the count, now 2-0 after this one misses high, as Besler, the senior right fielder for Coach Neal and the Western Dubuque Bobcats. There's a runner at first, 2 away here. The bottom of inning number 3, the 2-0 to Besler, swung on, fouled out of play, straight back. And the count goes to 2-1.
Oh boy, the little guy got there first.
3 kids all ran after that ball, and the littlest one came up with it, as this one's fouled straight back again, so the count will move to 2-2 here with 2 away. In the bottom of the 3rd inning, runner at first is courtesy runner Allie Besler, again running for the designated player in Ella Link, as the 2-2 is taken for a called strike 3, and the Bobcats are done here in the 3rd. We go to the 4th. Western Dubuque and West Delaware tied at 1. You're listening to West Delaware softball on Mix 94.7 KMCH.
Anderson is the leader in doors and windows. They set the bar high with high-performing, dependable, energy-efficient products for your renovation and building projects. Contact your local vendor, Delhi Lumber, at 922-2404 for all of your window needs. Delhi Lumber, your authorized Anderson Windows dealer. Big town quality with small town service.
Jay's Auto Supercenter has quality pre-owned vehicles, great financing options, and a full service department, body shop, and detail department. See their full line of vehicles online at jsautosales.net. At Jay's Auto, customer satisfaction is their #1 priority.
Hi, this is Jamie Vasky at Don & Walt LLC, your independent Lennox dealer in Manchester, encouraging you to plan ahead. Have us check your heating or air conditioning unit before you need it. For residential or commercial plumbing and heating needs and top quality Lennox furnaces and heating units, see Don & Walt LLC on East Main Street in Manchester, or give us a call at 927-2232.
back into Farley. Jamie Vaskey, Bill Logan back along with you. We go to the top of the fourth inning. West Delaware, Western Dubuque tied 1-1. As 3-4-5 due up for the Hawks here in the top of the fourth. As Malia Georgian will stand in here. She's 1 for 1, had an RBI, singled her first time up, and then was thrown out at second, trying to stretch it into a double. As the first pitch to Georgian is taken for a called strike one on an off-speed pitch. We've seen her a few times tonight take that first off-speed pitch and hit it hard as she takes that one for a called strike.
I'd like to see some batting stats on her because there's a high number of
this one's still out in here, center field. Going back is Horsfield, and she makes the catch in center field for out number 1, and Macy Kleitsch stands in here 0 for 1 in this game. And Bill Swish and I watching Lansing Keyhigh play on Friday and Saturday. That is a team, an entire team that swings at first pitches a lot. They take that first one and they take a hack at it. As a lot of success there at that school. Yeah. As 1-0 the count on Kleitsch as she hits this one in the air left side. Deep in the hole is Amy Kane. She's going to make the catch. And the pop-up for out number 2. So 4 pitches and 2 outs here in this inning for Reagan Massey and the Bobcats as Kyra Vaskey stands in here. As Vaskey 0 for 1 in this game. She grounded out to the pitcher her first time up. Was 2 for 4 in game 1 as she hits this one left side. Third baseman Kerprick up and over for out number 3. So a 5-pitch inning that time for Reagan Massey, and the Hawks are down in order 1, 2, 3. We go to the bottom of the fourth. It's 1-1. You're listening to West Delaware and Western Dubuque softball from KMCH Sports.
Farmers Savings Bank proudly supports all area athletes and their coaching staff. For all your banking needs, visit them in Colesburg, Elkport Garber, Strawberry Point, Arlington, and Aurora, or online at farmersavingsbank.com. Member FDIC.
Viafield is your headquarters for all your seed, chemical, and fertilizer needs. They have professional service and quality products needed to bring the best crop to market. Viafield, providing growth opportunity for 18 locations across northern Iowa and southern Minnesota.
The Eastern Iowa Shopping News and the Dyersville Commercial recognize the hard work and dedication of all area athletes. Check out the weekly sports section in the commercial for scores and information. The Eastern Iowa Shopping News and Dyersville Commercial, supporting your communities.
For fan food, not fast food, visit your after-the-game headquarters, Manchester Dairy Queen. It's quick, it's easy, your family will love it. Manchester Dairy Queen.
It's no secret that people come to Fairway in Manchester for their famous meats, but as you dash back to the counter to pick up your USDA choice ribeyes, don't be surprised if you find yourself lingering among the delicious fruits and vegetables in the produce department. Shop Fairway in Manchester for low prices and all your grocery needs.
Back into Farley, Peyton Kerprick set to lead off for the Bobcats in a 1-1 game here in the bottom of the fourth inning. The first pitch to Kerprick is swung on and missed. Strike 1, 0-1 the count. As the 0-1's taken for ball 1-1. Macy Kleitsch, the winning pitcher game 1, back in the circle for game 2 for the Hawks. She digs back in and brings the 1-1 as this one's drilled out in center field. This ball may be out of here, and it is a home run for Peyton Kerprick. I believe that is her 6th of the season. We looked up her stats earlier. That is home run number 6 on the year for Peyton Kerprick, and the Bobcats take a 2-1 lead.
Yeah, she got all of that one, and flag's not blowing at all out there right now. I talked about the first game. Somebody's going to hit some home runs here tonight because that wind was blowing straight out towards left center field. And you hit a ball like that. Well, she hit it hard enough. She didn't need any wind on that one. Just dead center field, just past the flag. So good hit there by Peyton.
There's a no-doubter once it left the bat by Kerprick, as this one by Reagan Massey is fouled off to the left side. And the count is 0-1. Nobody out here. Bottom of the fourth inning, Western Dubuque with a 2-1 lead now after the home run by junior third baseman Peyton Kerprick. as Massey takes this one for a ball, 1-1 the count. As Kleitsch comes back set with the 1-1. That's throwing outside for ball 2. 2-1 the count on Massey. Again, the pitcher of record here for the Bobcats in game 2. Lindsey Wilgenbush was a game 1 pitcher for Western Dubuque, as she took the loss for the Bobcats, as that foul ball got a spectator of the baseball game right on the back of the right calf. And now the count is 2-2. That's taken for called strike 3. So Massey is down on strikes, looking for the first out of the inning, and Lindsey Wilgenbush stands in here for Western Dubuque. A strikeout her first time up in the second, as Wilgenbush in game number 1 was 1 for 4. And again, the pitcher in that game number 1, as this first pitch is fouled back, and the count is 0-1 on Wilgenbush. Playing third base here in game number 2, first base, here in game 2, as she awaits the 0-1 from Macy Kleitsch. This one's foul tip into the glove of Malia Georgian. And the count moves to 0-2. In just one out here in the bottom of the 4th inning, Western Dubuque leading 2-1. Both teams scored 1 run in the first inning. Western Dubuque added their second run, as that is swung on and missed, strike 3, so 2 straight strikeouts for Kleitsch, and there's 2 away. Western Dubuque scoring their second run here in the bottom of the 4th on the solo home run by Peyton Kirprick. Has our score 2-1, as Michaela Jones stands in here, reached on a double with 2 outs her last time up. In the second inning, a hard shot out into right center field, and the first pitch to her is taken for a called strike 1. 0-1 the count on Michaela Jones. The 0-1 is low for a ball, 1-1. Again, Western Dubuque boys winning game 1. 7-1, I believe, was the final of game 1. Game 1 score, right? Is that right, Bill? 7-1, was that game 1 score? Yeah. 7-1. At last check, it's 4-1 now, Western Dubuque in the top of the 4th inning. They're leading West Delaware over just one diamond over, as 3-1 to Michaela Jones is taken for ball 4. So 1 on now with 2 outs. And Kelly Denlinger stands in here, as we believe we're going to have a different courtesy runner. J.C. Walters. J.C. Walters will stand in here now. So J.C. Walters run in game 1. She's in here now. Not too often you see them use a different courtesy runner than the first time. Yeah. But the Bobcats do it here, as standing in is Kelly Denlinger. She's 0 for 1 in this ball game. As in game number 1, Denlinger was 1 for 2 with an RBI. Pops this one in the air right side. Yankovic takes a couple steps into the grass and makes a catch for out number 3. The Bobcats score 1 on a leadoff home run by Peyton Kirprick. We go to the 5th. It's Western Dubuque 2, West Delaware 1. You're listening to Area Softball from KMCH Sports.
Head to Fireside Pub and Steakhouse before or after the game or anytime, featuring steaks, seafood, pasta, sandwiches, and even fresh-made pizza. They say it's the best around. Visit them on the web at firesidemanchester.com for a full menu and special offers.
Just like a great coach, State Farm agents like me, Julie Smith, can help you develop a game plan for your insurance needs. Whether it's car, home, life, health, or business insurance, I can dig into the playbook and help you find the affordable coverage you need. For all your insurance needs, call on a winning team. The Julie Smith State Farm Agency in Manchester.
Hi, this is Chris Henry, Service Manager of Brown Sales and Leasing in Elkader. Our goal is to make your car buying experience the best possible, and our factory-certified technicians are dedicated to you and your vehicles. Stop in and see us at Brown Sales and Leasing in Elkader, or visit us online at 4browns.com. Your hometown dealer, wherever your hometown may be. Best of luck to all area athletes and coaches.
And welcome back into Farley Park. Jamie Vaskey, Bill Logan back with you. We're to the top of inning number 5. As Peyton Lindauer stands in here for the Hawks. She's 0 for 1 in this game. Popped up to the catcher her first time up. stands in here. Hawks trailing 2-1 here in the 5th inning as Lindauer awaits the first pitch from Reagan Massey. That's taken high for ball 1 and 0 the count. The Hawks trailing for the first time tonight in either ball game as the 1-0 to Lindauer is taken for a ball 2, 2-0 the count.
Hawks need base runners. Massey's done a tremendous job here after the first 3 batters got 3 hits. She's retired 10 of the last 11 batters she's faced. And they're doing a nice job of keeping the Hawk batters off balance a little bit. Just really can't quite figure her out yet to hit some balls hard because 2 of those 3 hits were bunt base hits from our slap hitters.
2-0 from is taken for a called strike. Now strike 2 called on Lindauer as the count moves to 2-2. Nobody out here. Top of the 5th. Hawks trailing 2-1. As Massey comes set with the 2-2, that's taken outside off speed pitch.
That was a good pitch.
Good hands by Lindauer. She wanted it, but held up. And the count is full now, 3-2. As she stands back in again, Massey works very quickly here. This one's taken low for ball 4, so the leadoff batter is aboard.
Let's prove this percentage thing. That leadoff walk, a lot bigger percent than 50%. You should be able to get that runner around to score. Hopefully the Hawks can accomplish that this inning and tie this game up.
Claire Demmer stands in here for the Hawks, 0 for 1 in this game as she shows bunt and bunts it foul. As it's going to be 0-1. Demmer struck out swinging her first time up back in the 2nd inning. And in game 1, she was 2 for 4 with 2 RBIs. As the 0-1 to Demmer is going to be bunted right out in front of the plate. Nice bunt. Kirkbrick up and over to the second baseman, Besler. And a sacrifice bunt that time on a 5-4 put out by Claire Demmer. And the runner at second now with 1 away. And Taya Demmer stands in here, first baseman for the Hawks here. And I believe Coach Rave may have a pinch runner head out to second base. Is
good place to do it. You have the re-entry rule.
It's going to be Ava Wynn. Will run for Lindauer out at second base. So pinch runner there here in the 5th inning. And Taya Demmer stands in now. 1 away. Western Dubuque leading this game 2-1. This one's off the end of the bat by Demmer. Picked up by the pitcher, Massey. And she's going to throw to first for out number 2. Because she kind of couldn't make up her mind. She looked back at third, wanted to make the play over there. But wisely decided to throw to first and get the second out of the inning. Moving to third is Ava Wynn on the play. And Allie Martin stands in with 2 away now.
Well, a game of inches. That ball, if it had been 2 inches farther to her left, I'm not sure she gets it. The ball was hit flown up. No way was the second baseman going to get it. So, great job by Massey to field that. And she did. She tried to see if she could get the lead runner, but decided maybe I better just spin around here and get this batter out.
As Martin rips this ball into left field, that's going to be an RBI single for Allie Martin, and the Hawks have tied this game 2-2 here with 2 away in the top of inning number 5. Nice piece of hitting there by Allie Martin.
And that's why you do those things. Get that leadoff runner, bunt him over to second, got her over to third on a ground out, did her job, got her over to third. But then Allie Martin really came in, did her job, a big clutch 2 out base hit to tie the game.
Caitlin Mangold stands in here, and the first pitch to her is taken for a ball. She's 0 for 1 in this game. 1 for 1, excuse me. Had a single in the first and then sacrifice bunt back in the 3rd inning. She stands in here. The 1-0 is hit in the air left side. It's going to be a tough play. Shortstop Kane comes over and makes the catch. The pop-up to the shortstop for out number 3. The Hawks score 1. They tie this game up. It's 2-2. We go to the bottom of the 5th. You're listening to West Delaware and Western Dubuque Softball on Mix 94.7 KMCH.
At Three Rivers, our customers come first. Your business is very important to us. Our goal is to provide you with the best products and service that you have come to expect from Three Rivers. Visit our website at threeriversfs.com or the location nearest you. Three Rivers, your partner in growth solutions.
Citizen State Bank, your locally owned, community-minded, and customer-oriented bank, is here to serve you. Choose one of their 7 convenient locations in Winthrop, Monticello, Manchester, Ryan, Strawberry Point, Hopkinton, and Nubiana. Citizen State Bank, community banking with people you know, member FDIC.
This is Jamie Vaskey, the voice of the West Delaware Hawks, and I've had the chance to review the Good Neighbor Society's playbook, and I got to tell you, they are friends in your neighborhood, designing plays to get you home fast. If you need help getting back in the game, contact the Good Neighbor Society Rehab to Home team at 563-927-3907.
The Edgewood Reminder is proud to support all the area teams in athletic action and appreciates their efforts in the classroom and during sports. Check out all the sports photos in each week's issue of the Edgewood Reminder.
The victory is yours at Victory Ford.
Hey, this is James Halverson, Service Manager at Victory Ford in Dyersville. Our service and parts team at Victory Ford is dedicated to keeping your car in tip-top shape. And our sales department makes buying a car easy and hassle-free. Stop out to Victory Ford in Dyersville or online at victoryfordonline.com. Good luck, athletes and coaches.
Back into Farley, Jenna Hafler stands in here as a pinch hitter here in the bottom of the 5th inning, batting for Amy Kane, the shortstop, who just made a nice play to end that top of the 5th inning. West Delaware and Western Dubuque tied at 2 here. We're in the bottom of the 5th inning. The 0-2 to Hafler is taken for a ball, 1-2 the count now. As Hafler stands back in from the left side of the batter's box, fouls this one straight back, and the count holds. I believe now it is 1-2. I think it was 1-1 before. Should be 1-2 now on Hafler. As the 1-2 is off-speed pitch. She stays alive, reaches for that one. She was out on her front foot, but makes a nice fight-off pitch there as it's 1-2. Nobody out here in the bottom of the 5th inning. As Hafler, the pinch hitter, awaits the 1-2. Swung on, fouled back again. Nice battle here between Macy Kleitsch and Jenna Hafler.
She's only got 7 at-bats all year long looking for her first base hit. She's got 6 runs scored as a courtesy runner. Walked 1 time, struck out twice.
The 1-2 is on the outside. That's 2-2 now in the count. Again, just one away here. Nobody out, excuse me. 1 on the scoreboard. There's nobody out here. As this one again is fouled out of play, and the count will hold at 2-2. Hafler fighting off pitches here. Amy Kane was 0 for 1 in this game. In her 1 at bat, she grounded to the second baseman. As this one off-speed pitch, fights another one pitch and a good swing there, holding up all that. That was competitor versus competitor right there, and both of them really do well on that. You know, the other day, Swish and I were I was keeping track of how many foul balls Allie Martin hit on 2 strikes. Should have been doing the same thing here. As this one swung on and missed, Kleitsch gets to herself. She's tired of battling up there and gets the strikeout for out number 1, and Ella Lake stands in, the leadoff batter for Western Dubuque. 1 for 1 in this game, doubled and scored her first time up in the first, and walked and was stranded at first back in the 3rd inning. This game all tied up 2-2 with 1 away here in the bottom of the 5th. The first pitch to Link is taken outside for a ball, 1-0.
Who was doing the count? You or Swish?
I was.
Well, it could have been accurate then. Otherwise, we'd have been going after that.
Hit in the air left field, and it has a chance, and it is gone. Ella Lake, with her 8th home run of the season, puts the Bobcats up 3-2.
Yeah, she got all around. That was a nice pitch by Kleitsch down around the knees, but Ella likes it right there because she just teed off on that thing. And she's a freshman. She's a hitting machine. She's 5 out of 6 tonight. Batting average up over 440 now. And average like that, power like that, and only a freshman. I'm not sure what position she plays because she's been the DP both games, so I'm not sure at some point where she's going to play in the field. I don't think she'd probably be a 4-year DP, but nice job there by Ella Link.
As this one is fronted, and safe on the play is Hannah Horsfield as she beats out that bunt. So a runner aboard here with one away. Bobcats leading 3-2. Second straight inning, they've had a home run, and they lead at 3-2. And Jade Besler stands in here. Over on the baseball diamond, it is 4-3 in favor of Western Dubuque in the top of the bottom of the fourth inning. So the Hawks have scored 2 in the fourth, and they trail now 4-3 against Western Dubuque. As Jade Besler stands in here with a runner on first and one out. She hits this one left side, throwing to second, and safe that time as Lindauer tried to get the lead runner, Horsfield, at second. And does not, and aboard first on the fielder's choice is Besler. As Besler will have to run for herself now, as she had a pinch runner back in the first inning, as now runners at first and second, still just one out, and Peyton Kerprick stands in here, and she hits another home run. No doubt about it, center field again, as Peyton Kerprick with her second home run in as many innings, this time a 3-run home run by Peyton Kerprick, and the Bobcats lead it now 6-2.
Yeah, as you said right off the bat, there was no doubt again. You know, what you would consider to maybe be a pretty good pitcher's pitch, down around the knees. But that must be their power alley, because that one, she just laced that one, did no wind dated at all of that. Did a nice job of putting it out over there, and really did some separation here now with the 6-2 lead. The Hawks are going to make a pitching change. We will take a break and come back. You're listening to Western Dubuque and West Delaware softball from KMCH Sports.
TriVet Associates is a mixed animal veterinary clinic with offices in Farley, Dyersville, and Holy Cross. Our 8 doctors serve the Dubuque, Manchester, Guttenberg, and Cascade areas and provide veterinary services to both large and small animals. For more information, find us on Facebook or visit our website, trivetinc.com.
Whether it's wiring, security, phone systems, fire detection, or home entertainment, Price Electric and High Tech Communications are here to make your life easier. Find out more at priceelectric.us or hightechcommunications.us. Price Electric and High Tech Communications, changing your world with technology.
Whether it's an orthopedic, sports, or occupational injury you are suffering from, Regional Medical Center Therapy Services has you covered. With a customized treatment program, Regional Medical Center Therapy Services can get you back on track in the active game of life. Regional Medical Center, excellence in healthcare, close to home.
At Tauke Motors, we believe in a gentler, simpler way of doing business. Check out our large selection of new and pre-owned vehicles, as well as a great incentive at TaukeMotors.com. If you're looking for a new, pre-owned vehicle or service on your current vehicle, come to Tauke Motors, Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and Ram on 9th Street in Dyersville.
Holman Crematory wishes all the best to the athletes and appreciates their hard work and scholastic efforts throughout the year. For personal, caring service, Leonard Muller Funeral Home and Crematory in Manchester, Edgewood, and Strawberry Point.
Emily Klosterman now on for the Hawks in the circle as Macy Kleitsch moves over to first. Western Dubuque leads this game 6-2 as Klosterman, the first 2 pitches she throws to Reagan Massey, are taken for called strikes. 0-2 the count on Massey, and the 0-2 is outside, ball 1. So the Bobcats with 4 runs here in the bottom of the 5th inning, lead this game 6-2. As this one's hit out to short off the glove of Demmer. So Massey is aboard on the air. And with 1 out, there is a runner at first base. And coming up for Western Dubuque is first baseman Lindsey Wilgenbush. As courtesy runner for Massey, the pitcher will get a courtesy runner. And this is going to be number 19. As the courtesy runner
got on the program, so
is Emma Guile. She's number 9 on quick stats. So Emma Guile, the runner here. As standing in is Wilgenbush. As she hits this one in the air, foul over to the left side and out of play. The count is 0-1. 2 home runs in the inning for the Bobcats. A 1-out solo home run by Ella Link. And a single and a fielder's choice back-to-back. Peyton Kirprick hits her second home run of the game with a 3-run home run to left center field. As the 0-1 to Wogenbush is swung on and missed. Strike 2, 0-2 the count. As Macy Kleitch's numbers here for game 1, 4 1/3 innings. Pitch, 6 runs, 8 hits, 6 strikeouts, and 2 walks. As this one is swung on and missed by Wogenbush for strike 3 and the second out of the inning. And Michaela Jones, the catcher, stands in here. Junior catcher for Western Dubuque stands in here as she is 1 for 1 in this game. Had a double her first time up in the second inning and then reached on a walk her last time up in the fourth. Stands in here for the runner on first and 2 away in the bottom of the 5th inning. First pitch to her is taken for a ball, and now the 1-0 from Klosterman is high for ball 2. 2-0 the count on Michaela Jones. As Jones digs back into the right-handed batter's box and awaits the 2-0 from Klosterman and fouls this one straight back, and the count now is 2-1. The Hawks tied the game in the top of this 5th inning. Peyton Lindauer came around to score after a leadoff walk. Her pinch runner, Ava Wynn, came around to score, I should say. And Western Dubuque with 4 runs here in this bottom of the 5th inning. The 3-1 now to Jones is swung on a miss, strike 2, so the count is full with 2 away, and the runner, Emma Guile, will be on the move here with the full count pitch. Klosterman set now. The pitch to Jones. Swung on, popped in the air. Shallow center field. Mangold coming on, makes the catch for out number 3. But Western Dubuque scores 4. They lead at 6-2. We go to the 6th. You're listening to West Delaware and Western Dubuque softball from KMCH Sports.
For more than 80 years, GMB has lived its mission to help customers achieve their financial dreams. Supporting the communities where you live, work, and play is important to us because that's where we live too. It's where we provide great service, sound advice, and solutions to meet your financial needs. GMB Bank, member FDIC.
For all your general contracting needs, turn to the professionals at Lucky Building Service in Manchester. For commercial, remodeling, and building and new home construction, call the experts, Lucky Building Service in Manchester, 563-927-5677.
At Dupaco Community Credit Union, we know debt happens. A debt checkup from Dupaco ensures it's not costing you more than it should. With historic low interest rates, now is the time to bring your loans to Dupaco. Contact us at 563-927-6187 or visit dupaco.com.
When the unexpected happens, call Krager Body Shop in Dyersville. They specialize in major and minor collision repair and frame straightening. For all of your auto body work, see Krager Body Shop in Dyersville.
The Manchester Press is your community newspaper. Check out the sports section for game stats and photos of area players and game highlights. The Manchester Press, serving the area for over 130 years.
Great food and great fun with friends. That's what's waiting for you at Beaver's Lounge in Manchester. Check out their Thursday night bucket of wings special and Friday night fish special. Beaver's also has a different lunch special every Monday through Friday. Beaver's Lounge on the corner of Main and Madison in downtown Manchester. Leave it to Beaver's to show you a good time.
Heidi Yankovic stands in here to lead off the top of the 6th for West Delaware. Western Dubuque with 4 runs in the bottom of the 5th lead this game 6-2. First pitch to Yankovic is taken for a called strike 1. 0-1 the count on Heidi. The 0-1 is high for ball 1. 1-1 the count. Chilly night over here in Farley. It was not 59 degrees. I got scared when I heard 59 degrees. It is 68 degrees, a feel-like temperature of 71, so it has really climbed since 5 o'clock. The 1-2 to Yankovic is taken high for ball 2. In case anybody wants to know, Cubs are down tonight. Nobody wanted to know the 2-2. There's people right here that just did. Ty to Yankovic. It's hit on the ground, shortstop up with it, and she is out on a 6-3 put out. Yankovic is out. at first. Nice play over there by Amy Kane. And Malia Georgian stands in here now with one away in the top of the 6th inning. Hawks trailing 6-2.
That was a good play. It was a slow roller out there. She came in on it and had to feel it, throw it all kind of in one really quick motion. And
Georgian hits this first pitch. Going to be foul out of down the left field line. Giving chase was Kelly Denlinger. But it's going to be foul, 0-1. And again, the Bobcats come at Georgian on a first pitch off speed. And she takes a good rip at it, but hits it foul. And the count is 0-1 as Massey coming set with the 0-1. This one's in the dirt. Georgian takes it for a ball, 1-1.
Yeah, she's just done a nice job hitting tonight, too. She was 3 for 4 and a couple of RBIs in game 1. 1 for 2 and an RBI here in game 2 so far. So Pat coming alive, really at a time of the year where you like to see that.
Had a very good tournament over the weekend in that Hawk softball invitational, did Malia Georgian. Starting to see that senior leadership come out of Malia Georgian. She's always had it behind the plate, but starting to show it with her bat when it counts here as well. The 2-1 from Massey is in the dirt, ball 3, so 3-1 the count on Malia.
She's very careful with what she's throwing for pitches here because she knows she likes to swing in the first pitch strike, anything around there. And Leah very aggressive and likes to try to take some attack and hit it hard.
The 3-1 is taken for called strike 2, so full count now on Georgian with one away here in the top of the 6th inning. As Georgian takes her time, gets back into the box. Can Massey wait on her a little bit? The full count is hit right up the middle. Nice base hit there by Malia Georgian, and she's on base with her second hit of this ball game. As we'll see who they send out for a courtesy runner. As I believe it is going to be Megan Hofer will run and be the courtesy runner for Malia Georgian.
Out in the Bobcat bullpen, they've got 8th grade Sydney Kennedy out there warming up again. She went out and warmed up a little bit in game 1, but did not come in. But they've got her out there warming up just in case Coach Neal would feel the need to maybe switch pitchers here as we're getting into the 6th inning. Third time through the lineup, see if the Hawks start adjusting and coming up with a few base hits here.
We saw the Bobcats kind of hit Macy Kleitsch there in the bottom of the 5th inning on their third time through the lineup. See if the Hawks can have similar success here as Macy Kleitsch stands in here with one away.
Kleitsch 2 for 3 in game 1. Another changeup. Do a little bit more of that on that first pitch here. Try to keep the Hawks' bats off balance here a little bit, trying to go after that first pitch strike.
1-0 the count on Macy Kleitsch as this one's taken outside, ball 2, 2-0 the count. Update from the baseball diamond here at Farley Park. Still in the bottom of the 4th inning. Western Dubuque leading West Delaware now 7-3. They put up 3 runs so far here in the bottom of the 4th inning to take a 7-3 lead after the Hawks put up 2 in the top of the 4th. As the 3-0 now to Macy Kleitsch is taken for a called strike 1. So 3-1 the count on Kleitsch. In the courtesy runner, Megan Hofer out at first base for Malia Georgian, the catcher. As Kleitsch stands in and awaits the 3-1. Swung on, hit back up the middle, picked by the shortstop Kane, and she'll take it to second base herself and get the runner Hofer. So a 6 unassisted there. And Kleitsch is aboard on a fielder's choice, and Kyra Vansky stands in here. 0 for 2, grounded out twice, once to the pitcher, her first time up, and to the third baseman, Kirprick, her last time up in the 4th. The first pitch to Vansky from Reagan Massey is taken, off-speed pitch for a called strike 1.
Third batter in a row this inning, that first pitch, off-speed pitch. She just doesn't want you sitting in there trying to measure that first pitch and attack her right off the bat.
The 0-1, Vansky rips this out into left field, and it's going to be dropped in and out of the glove of the left fielder, Denlinger. So Vansky's aboard with the air. It was hit hard, and coming in was Denlinger, but she could not come up with it. And now Hawks have runners at first and second with 2 out, and Peyton Lindauer standing in here.
They're going out checking her. Yeah, she's shaking her right hand.
I think she got her hand in the glove on that play, and her 2 teammates.
Everybody's coming in there.
Amy Kane and Peyton Kirper go out to make sure she's okay.
Everybody, everybody's in here now.
As everybody's in having a meeting.
It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah, she's showing everybody. Not really, but as everybody heads back out, they cued the music. So they all got
a break here, so even the outfielders came in.
So Peyton Lindauer stands in here with 2 away and 2 on, first and second. And the first pitch to her is in the dirt, ball 1, and the runners will advance to second and third. Good time for that for the Hawks, as that pitch, the wild pitch, moves the runners up 60 feet. Now runners at second and third, and Lindauer stands in and awaits the 1-0.
A nice 2-out base hit here. Could knock in 2 runs and knock his deficit in half. But here in the 6th inning, that's kind of what you really would like to at least pull out of this inning, is just not have to have as big a deficit to try to come from behind in the top of the 7th.
And good speed on the bases for the Hawks as Lindauer stands in here and awaits the 2-0. Off speed, taken for a called strike, 2-1 the count. Kind of a get-me-over for a strike pitch there by Massey, as Lindauer 0 for 1 in this game, with a run scored as she walked and scored back in the 5th. This one's hit in the air, left field. Coming over is the left fielder, Denlinger again, and she holds up as that one gets down. And another update from the baseball diamond, still the bottom of the 4th inning. It's now top of the 5th, but Western Dubuque with 6 runs in that bottom of the 4th inning. It's 10-3 now in favor of the Bobcats. The 2-2 to Lindauer here. Off-speed pitch popped in the air, and it's going to get fouled. Giving chase was Michaela Jones, but that off-speed pitch to Lindauer was popped up. Again, she was fighting, as we saw a similar at-bat with Michaela Jones. Or excuse me, that was Wilgenbush that was that last inning. The 2-2 is taken outside. Ball 3, and the count is full to Lindauer. With 2 away here in the top of the 6th, Western Dubuque leads this game 6-2. Runners on second and third, and Massey comes set with the 3-2 to Lindauer. Off speed, hit to the left side. Shortstop Kane up and over, and she's going to get their girl. And the Bobcats get out of a jam there. As the Hawks do not score, we go to the bottom of the 6th. Western Dubuque leads at 6-2, and we're back after this from KMCH Sports.
Newhouse Construction and Concrete is proud to support all our area athletes. Give Phil a call at 927-5178 for your commercial, ag, or residential projects, or visit newhouseconstruction.com. Newhouse Construction and Concrete turns design into reality.
Our local sports teams build strong programs by mastering the fundamentals of the game. Our F&M Bank team has also built a strong foundation on mastering the fundamentals in banking, where a handshake goes a long way. You are provided clear-cut solutions to your financial questions, where you are greeted by name. This is the F&M Personal Touch. F&M Bank, the right choice. Member FDIC.
At Georgian Auto in Manchester, their approach to auto repairs is simple. Fix it right and get you back on the road. From tires to transmissions, they fix it all. Georgian Auto in Manchester, where complete automotive service and repair is their complete focus.
Back into Farley. Western Dubuque leading 6-2. They're coming to bat here in the bottom of the 6th inning, as Kelly Denlinger will lead off for Western Dubuque. Again, 4 runs in the bottom of the 5th for Western Dubuque. Has the lead where it is now, 6-2. It was a tied ball game going into the bottom of the 5th inning, as the first pitch to Denlinger swung on a miss for strike 1. 0-1 the count. As Klosterman still on for the Hawks here. Delivers a strike 2, as swinging and coming up empty again was Denlinger. So 0-2 the count on the leadoff batter this time, Denlinger. The 0-2 from Klosterman is
low for ball one. 1-2 the count. Hawks have had the upper hand in this series over the last 7 years, winning 12 out of 17 contests. And they'll win the first game here tonight, but Bobcats don't want that doubleheader sweep that has happened the last couple of years. So a little power here in game two and take this 6-2 lead.
And, Bill, we have to mention this, and we mention it every time out here. We call a Walnut game as a 2-2. It's fouled away by Denlinger, and it'll hold 2-2. Is how tough this Walnut is, whether you're on the east side or the west side. It is a very tough conference this year, and every conference game doubleheader you're going to have is a tough one, and no difference here as Denlinger swings and misses for strike three.
Yeah, I'm sure outside some upsets, there's going to be well represented out for Dodge here in a few weeks as well, because there's just some really outstanding teams. Benton's ranked number one. You've got, I think there's 5 teams in Class 3 that are ranked in the top 11 from the Walnut. So it's just some really good. Sometimes that's what hurts in the seeding process, is because they keep knocking each other off. You sit there and say, well, geez, they got 9 losses. Yeah, but look at their 9 losses. And, I mean, they're the quality teams. It wasn't like they got beat by teams that, maybe they should have, going into the contest, thought they should have won or something. They're splitting a lot of doubleheaders.
Amy Kane, the count on her is 1-1. She swings and misses at this one. Count is 1-2. As Amy Kane batting for the second time in this game, she's 0 for 1. Jenna Hafler's batted for her and struck out back in the 5th inning. As the 1-2 to Kane here, swung on, fouled out of play. Straight back. Missed that black truck out there.
Oh, it didn't go to the fence. Hit the fence and came back. I knew we were far enough away, way back there.
You probably would have been a little more scared had we taken the spot we saw on our way in.
Yeah, I would have been close on that one.
The 1-2 is drilled out into left field, and it's going to be a fair ball all the way to the fence as Maskey gets it in. And into second with a 1-out double is Amy Kane.
From here, you can't even see any part of that white line. Yeah, that's why I would, from our angle, I would have guessed from where I thought the line was that might have been a foul ball, but really hard to tell. But maybe his angle right on the line, maybe you can see that white line, but from here, you just can't see that white line very well.
So now the Bobcats back to the top of the order, and Ella Link, she had a solo homer her last time up in the 5th. The first pitch to her is outside, high and outside, ball 1. Nice catch there by Georgian. And I believe the umpire, Mr. Nauman, just came out and drew a new batter's box line out front to make sure Link stays behind it. Just gave himself a little reference point there as the 1-0 is taken high for ball 2, 2-0 to count.
Yeah, and this could be one of those intentional walks. That, well, she went after behind the count 2-0 instead of, maybe I throw some pitches in there and don't necessarily try to throw a strike. Yeah, they're going to be close, and if she goes after him, she does. It's not my best pitch.
2-1 is swung on a miss for strike 2. She didn't get cheated on that swing either, did Ella Link.
She doesn't get cheated. She's, for a freshman, she's got some quick wrists and a full follow through the swing, and it's power save.
2-2 swung on and missed again by Link, and she's down on strikes for the second out of the inning. Second strikeout of the inning for Emily Klosterman. Third of this ball game for her since she came in bottom of the 5th inning. And now Hannah Horsfield stands in here. She attempts at this one. She did not get that bat pulled back. The count is 0-1 as Horsfield is 2 for 3 in this game. Singled in the first, singled in the 5th, and scored on the home run by Peyton Kirkbride. And struck out swinging in the 3rd as the 0-1 is taken for a ball. 1-1 the count. With 2 away here in the bottom of the 6th inning, Bobcats leading 6-2.
So that's why you go after Link, too. It would have been easy to give her a free pass from first base. Open,
punted in the air. Yankovic right there playing in on the play for out number 3. The Hawks go to the top of the 7th. Their last chance to score. They lead it. They trail 6-2. And we're back after this from KMCH Sports.
You may not wear glasses or contacts, but how do you know if you're seeing your best or if your eyes are healthy? Why not be proactive and get your eyes examined? Dr. Daniel E. Mersch and his professional staff at Manchester Family Vision can help. Call 563-927-3682 to schedule an appointment. Manchester Family Vision Center wishes all the local sports teams best of luck this season. Manchester Family Vision Center on West Main, where clear vision begins with healthy eyes. Why make 10 calls when you can make one call to Mormon Insurance, a member of People's Insurance in Manchester, and get the best quote from 10 different companies on your auto, home, and farm insurance? You can depend on Mormon Insurance for fast, friendly service and quality coverage. Call Kathy or Rachel today at 927-2263. Mormon Insurance, a member of People's Insurance in Manchester.
Since 1995, Edgewood Feed Mill Construction has provided customers with a quality, pre-engineered building package for their swine facility needs. Edgewood Feed Mill Construction is a general contractor and will assist you with the construction of your livestock facility, start to finish. For more information on Edgewood Feed Mill Construction, contact Steve Paris at 563-920-7835.
Last chance for the Hawks here in the top of the seventh. They trail 6-2 as Claire Demmer stands in here to lead things off for the Hawks. So again, the Bobcats with a 4 spot in that 5th inning, as it was tied going into the bottom of the 5th inning, and the Bobcats with 4 runs with two of those being home runs. And Demmer awaits the 1-0. This one's fouled off her foot, as the count will even up here at 1-1.
There you go. Walk out after hit that off. Walk it off a little bit. Umpire came out to clean off the plate. Don't try to get back in the batter's box while he's cleaning off the plate. He's doing a little favor for you, getting you some time to walk it off.
This one's fouled off by Demmer, so the count is 1-2 on Claire. Again, at last check, West Delaware boys baseball team trailing Western Dubuque 10-3 in the top of the 5th inning, as Claire Demmer now awaits the 1-2. Swung on and missed, strike 3. So Demmer is down on strikes for the second time in this game, and Taya Demmer stands in here. She's 0 for 2. Popped up to first, her first time up, and grounded to the pitcher. Her last time up in the 5th. Stands in here with 1 away. In the top of the 7th, Hawks trailing 6-2. As this first pitch, she tried to check her swing, but couldn't hold up, and the count is 0-1 on Taya Demmer. And the 0-1 to Taya, swung on a miss, strike 2, so 0-2 the count on Taya Demmer. The Hawks with 1 run in the 1st, 1 in the 5th. As Taya Demmer goes down swinging on strikes for the 2nd out of the inning. And last out, Hawks down to their last out now, as it is Allie Martin standing in here. She's 2 for 2. Had an RBI single her last time up in the top of inning number 5. Awaits the first pitch from Reagan Massey, and it's taken for a called strike 1, 0-1 the count. The 0-1 swung on a miss, strike 2, so now the Hawks down to their final strike here. As great pitching performance here by Reagan Massey, mixing in a lot of, and I know Coach Neal is over there calling the pitches over there, but she's called a good game herself. The 0-2 to Martin, swung on a miss, strike 3. And the Bobcats take game 2 by the final score of 6-2. We will take a break, add up some totals, and come back here as the Bobcats win game 2. And we're back after this from KMCH Sports.
This is Fred Smock from Dunlap Motors and Independence with Chevy, Buick, and certified pre-owned Chevy, Buick, and GMC, and nearly 300 new and used cars and trucks in stock. We have big town inventory with small town service. Go to DunlapMotorsIndy.com.
At Precision Collision, we are committed to providing you with high-quality auto body repair and paint refinishing. Our expertly trained technicians can repair all accidental damage and get you back on the road in no time. Come visit me, Jeff, for a free estimate. We are located along Highway 20 at the Delaware turnoff. Precision Collision. One call does it all. Quality guaranteed.
When it comes to financial planning, most financial companies focus on your income. At Northwestern Mutual, we focus on your outcome. It takes the right financial partner who cares as much about your future as you do, building a financial plan to meet your life's priorities and helping you achieve the financial security you're after. Focus on your financial outcome with Northwestern Mutual. Contact me, Mitch Payton, or Matt Schulte today. You and Northwestern Mutual, stronger together.
American Trust and Savings Bank wishes all area athletes and coaching staff continued success. American Trust and Savings Bank with locations in Dyersville, Farley, Dubuque, and Des Moines. Simply better banking. Check them out at AmericanTrust.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Sight and good vision is very easy to take for granted until it is taken away. Advanced Eye Care Associates of Eastern Iowa is here to help you. Advanced Eye Care Associates of Eastern Iowa is located at 105 East Butler Street in Manchester and at 1113 West 3rd Street in Vinton. Your vision is our primary focus.
Anderson is the leader in doors and windows. They set the bar high with high-performing, dependable, energy-efficient products for your renovation and building projects. Contact your local vendor, Delhi Lumber, at 922-2404 for all of your window needs. Delhi Lumber, your authorized Anderson Windows dealer, big town quality with small town service.
Jay's Auto Supercenter has quality pre-owned vehicles, great financing options, and a full service department, body shop, and detail department. See their full line of vehicles online at jsautosales.net. At Jay's Auto, customer satisfaction is their #1 priority.
Hi, this is Jamie Vasky at Don & Walt LLC, your independent Lennox dealer in Manchester, encouraging you to plan ahead. Have us check your heating or air conditioning unit before you need it. For residential or commercial plumbing and heating needs and top quality Lennox furnaces and heating units, see Don & Walt LLC on East Main Street in Manchester, or give us a call at 927-2232.
Farmers Savings Bank proudly supports all area athletes and their coaching staff. For all your banking needs, visit them in Colesburg, Elkport Garber, Strawberry Point, Arlington, and Aurora, or online at farmersavingsbank.com. Member FDIC.
Viafield is your headquarters for all your seed, chemical, and fertilizer needs. They have professional service and quality products needed to bring the best crop to market. Viafield, providing growth opportunity for 18 locations across northern Iowa and southern Minnesota.
The Eastern Iowa Shopping News and the Dyersville Commercial recognize the hard work and dedication of all area athletes. Check out the weekly sports section in the commercial for scores and information. The Eastern Iowa Shopping News and Dyersville Commercial, supporting your communities.
For fan food, not fast food, visit your after-the-game headquarters, Manchester Dairy Queen. It's quick, it's easy, your family will love it. Manchester Dairy Queen.
Your family.
It's no secret that people come to Fairway in Manchester for their famous meats, but as you dash back to the counter to pick up your USDA choice ribeyes, don't be surprised if you find yourself lingering among the delicious fruits and vegetables in the produce department. Shop Fairway in Manchester for low prices and all your grocery needs.
Head to Fireside Pub and Steakhouse before or after the game or anytime, featuring steaks, seafood, pasta, sandwiches, and even fresh-made pizza. They say it's the best around. Visit them on the web at firesidemanchester.com for a full menu and special offers.
Just like a great coach, State Farm agents like me, Julie Smith, can help you develop a game plan for your insurance needs. Whether it's car, home, life, health, or business insurance, I can dig into the playbook and help you find the affordable coverage you need. For all your insurance needs, call on a winning team. The Julie Smith State Farm Agency in Manchester.
Hi, this is Chris Henry, Service Manager at Brown Sales and Leasing in Elkader. Our goal is to make your car buying experience the best possible, and our factory-certified technicians are dedicated to you and your vehicles. Stop in and see us at Brown Sales and Leasing in Elkader, or visit us online at forbrowns.com. Your hometown dealer, wherever your hometown may be. Best of luck to all area athletes and coaches.
At Three Rivers, our customers come first. Your business is very important to us. Our goal is to provide you with the best products and service that you have come to expect from Three Rivers. Visit our website at threeriversfs.com or the location nearest you. Three Rivers, your partner in growth solutions.
Back into Farley, Jamie Vansky, Bill Logan back along with you as West Delaware and Western Dubuque split this Walmack East doubleheader here tonight. West Delaware taking the first game 5-4. The Bobcats coming back and taking the nightcap 6-2. And Bill, we just got done saying it not that long ago. Every night out in the Walmack Conference, especially this east side, you're going to have a tough opponent every night out. And for the second week in a row, the Hawks split a doubleheader with Beckman, a very good team in the Walmack East, and now Western Dubuque split here tonight. And that's what you'd expect, is two very good ball games anytime you're playing in the Walmack.
Yeah, and Western Dubuque, after that first game, they got down 4-0. Gallant effort there to come back. They scored in 2 runs in the bottom of the 7th inning to come back to within 5-4. And put a little scare into the Hawks, but the Hawks finally got to the out and secured Game 1 victory. And in Game 2, it came out right off the bat. Each team scored 1 in the first inning, and then the Hawks fell behind 2-1. But then they came back in the 5th inning and tied it up on a 2-out RBI single. But then that 5th inning, Western Dubuque did what they've done a lot this year. They had 20 home runs coming into the night, and a couple home runs there in the bottom of the 5th inning for the 6-2 victory.
Absolutely. And Swish, John Swisher joins us now over on the baseball field. 7-1 Western Dubuque victory in Game 1. Your last check, they were up 11-4 in the top of the 6th inning. So Hawks baseball team finding it going a little bit tough again here tonight.
Yeah, Western Dubuque has a very good ball club as coming in tonight 16-3. They're on their way to 18-3. They came in tonight scoring over 150 runs, and coming into tonight only 28 runs given up for them.
Absolutely. As here in the softball diamond, you got to see a better part of the second game. The Bobcats came and put their hitting shoes on here in Game 2.
Yes, indeed. And how about the power supplied by Paige Krippert, the third baseman, the junior third baseman. And what a effort by Western Dubuque. We knew they'd be an improving team. Bill and I have seen them the last few years. You've seen them the last couple of years, and the improvement there. Coach Neal and company, especially as the program going here, and her experience from playing at Wahlert and from coaching at the college level, and it's definitely showing in this Bobcat program.
Absolutely. Bill, some final numbers there from Game 2.
For Game 2, for the Western Dubuque Bobcats, they scored 6 runs on 9 hits, 1 West Delaware error. They left 5 on base. Macy Kleitch pitched 4 in the 3rd innings, gave up the 6 runs on 8 hits, 6 strikeouts, 2 walks. And when Klosterman came in and pitched the final inning in 2/3, gave up no runs on a hit, struck out 3, and didn't walk anybody. For West Delaware, they scored 2 runs on 6 hits, 1 Bobcat error. Hawks just left 4 on base, 4 strikeouts, 3 of them in that final inning, 1 walk, no hit batter. So, Reagan Massey, tip your hat to her. She pitched an outstanding second game here. Hawks got off her first 3 batters, got 3 base hits, and then after that she settled down, and man, did she command that changeup, and she really kept the Hawks off balance the last 2-3 innings with that changeup.
Oh, absolutely, and you mentioned it, that the Hawks just had the 1 strikeout in that Game 2 going into that last inning, and she put them down in order, all on strikeouts, to end that game. So a tough night here again for the Hawks as they split this doubleheader with Western Dubuque. As we let you know, coming up the rest of the week here on KMCH Sports, Wednesday night we'll have John and Bill will have a West Delaware softball doubleheader versus DeWitt Central at Sill Field. Have that one for you. And then that wraps up the coverage for broadcasting here the rest of the week, as again, 6 o'clock to start with John and Bill from Sill Field, as we'll have those 2 games for you right here on KMCH. Well, that's going to do it for us here tonight. I want to thank the sponsors of high school softball here on KMCH. Without them, we would not be able to bring you this Walnut Conference doubleheader between West Delaware and Western Dubuque, both on the boys' side and the girls' side here tonight. I want to thank Darby Washington for running the board for us this evening. And most of all, thank you, the listeners, For my partner, Bill Logan, this is Jamie Vaskey saying good night from Farley. As once again, the finals, West Delaware on the baseball diamond. Western Dubuque wins game 1, 7-1. At last check, leading game 2, 11-4. And here on the softball diamond, West Delaware takes game 1, 5-4, and falls in the nightcap to Western Dubuque, 6-2. As you've been listening to West Delaware softball on Eastern Iowa Sports Station, Mix 94.7, KMCH. Have a good night, everybody.
You've been listening to West Delaware Softball from KMCH Sports. Hawks Softball is brought to you by the KMCH Sports Boosters. Your announcers were Sports Director John Swisher and Bill Logan. For more information about high school sports coverage from KMCH, check out our website at kmch.com and click on the Sports tab. Or email John at sports@kmch.com. This has been a local sports presentation of Delaware County Broadcasting. KMCH Radio, Manchester, Iowa.
The KCRG TV9 First Alert forecast is calling for isolated early